Hello, everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Saturday, and it's July 25th. On our show today, we have Harvard Eye, and we interviewed Dr. Diana Kirsten, and she is such a nice lady, very knowledgeable, and we're going to talk to you about some new technology that they would like to share with you. Then we also have the Equestrian Center with Jennifer Murphy and Liz Sheed. So they're going to tell us all about what's going on over there. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our resources in which we normally share with you about COVID-19. You can go to ochealthinfo.com, cdc.gov, covid19.ca.gov, and then they do have a new hotline, 714-834-2000. And you can also visit our website, which is lagunawoodsvillagealerts.com, and you can email us at info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. All right, let's take a look at our weather. We have lovely weather for today, 78-63. Tomorrow, a little warmer, 80-62, and then right back to 78 again, 78-63. So it's looking very nice for the weekend. And if you are traveling, you can head on up to Mammoth. Temperatures look great for a fishing trip, 77-42. The beaches are 73-62. Big Bear, 77-47. And Palm Springs is going to be a warm 106-81. Our sunrise and sunset, the sunrise is going to, or was at 5:59 a.m. and the sunset will be at 7:56. And Michelle Finn, thank you so much for sending that beautiful photo of the little bird sitting in the tree. If you have a photo that you would like to share with us, please send it on to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. When we come back, we will have Harvard Eye with Dr. Diana Kirsten. So stay tuned. Welcome back. Today I am joined by Dr. Diana Kirsten, and she is with Harvard Eye. Well, welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you. Very well. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Good. Now, we've talked to a couple of other doctors at Harvard Eye, and you have so many. I have to get through all of them someday.
Yeah.
And I know you guys have been going through preparing and cleaning and sanitizing and doing everything that the CDC and our governor, has directed us to do. So tell me a little bit about that real quick so we can let your patients know, or our residents know everything that you guys have done.
Sure. Well, we just moved to a bigger office, and in a way it was perfect timing because we have so much room for social distancing. And we've been very organized about, having the patients wear masks, we check temperatures, we make sure everyone's feeling well and not coughing. Every room is sprayed down and wiped down between patients. Everyone's 10 feet apart. It's probably one of the safer places you could be these days, actually, is in our office. And staff have been great. They've taken it very seriously as well, protecting all of our patients and staff.
Right. And it's amazing the things that everybody has had to go through. But, it could be a new normal as to what we're looking at going forward. So, this is just one step that we've done going forward. So if we have another one happen, we'll be certainly prepared.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, what type of, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, there are things in the office that are chaotic, though. For example, ophthalmologists hold up a little lens when we look in the back of the eye, and it's right, of course, over the patient's mask. So immediately the lens fogs up. So having to, and to talk with a mask on and have people hear you and understand explanations, it's just so much harder, I think, to not see people's mouth move and then, have them understand explanations. So it's been a challenge.
Yeah, it can be. Although I was speaking to a gal from the Hearing Well Club, and she showed me a mask that I thought was brilliant, is that it has a clear part right over your mouth. And she said for people who are hard of hearing, it was perfect because then they could read the lips. So maybe that's something we all should be going to.
That would be great. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what you do for Harvard Eye.
Sure. Well, I'm one of the partners. I've been with Harvard Eye since 1988. And I mostly do cataract surgery and LASIK and pterygium surgery, uh, and predominantly cataract surgery. And I love doing it. Cataract surgery has become so much more sophisticated and involved and interesting because of new technologies today. When I started in 1988, everyone pretty much just got a simple lens implant, wore glasses afterwards. And today there's all these great options for patients to choose from. So it's been a fun time.
Oh, that's great. Wow, you have been doing this a long time and
Yes.
seen the technology change
Yeah.
over such a long period of time. Speaking of new technology, you have a new technology called the Panoptix Lens.
Mhm.
Now, is that only for people who need cataract surgery?
It's predominantly for people who need cataract surgery, but there are people who are having it as a refractive procedure like LASIK,
Mhm.
especially people who are over 50. If you're very farsighted and you're over 50 or 45, then LASIK isn't a great alternative. So having an early cataract surgery, or it's called a clear lens exchange. It's basically cataract surgery before the lens has gotten cloudy, and so it's not covered by insurance. Some people are having it done for that reason. Mhm.
Okay, because I had LASIK surgery, but it's
Mhm.
been probably 15 years and I love it, but
Yeah,
I can't see anything up close without
yeah,
glasses.
yeah. That's very common, because of course, if you see in the distance, once you're over a certain age, you're
Right, right. So I'm having to wear my glasses often. So let's talk about this new Panoptic lens. So you have a couple of slides.
Mhm.
Let's go through those and just kind of walk me through it.
Sure. Well, I should say for about 20 years, we've had implants that are designed to make people see distance and close up. And in the very beginning, they had issues and weren't as great, of course, as they are now. And so this Panoptix lens, it's an Alcon lens, and it came out about a year and a half ago. They had a lot of experience with it in Europe. So in Europe, they've been using it for several years. And it became the most popular lens in Europe very, very quickly once it was released there. So what's different is that it's a trifocal lens. So you can see distance, you can see mid, you can see close up. And a lot of the issues that were there in the past with halos and maybe smudgy vision in some cases with the previous implants are much, much, much better with this implant. They've figured out the optics and the technology, and it's been really just so much fun to have a lens that works this well.
Well, so would you not need glasses then?
Right? You don't need glasses. Yeah. So
That's
it's kind of
amazing.
a miracle because with cataract surgery, if you have distance vision and that's what you want, then you have to wear plus 2.00 readers. You won't see anything up close. And some people still want that, especially people who've always been wearing reading glasses and they don't mind them.
Right.
So, yeah.
So then, for instance, so myself, I
Mhm.
had said that I can still see great far away, but up close, I can't. So is this an option for me?
Well, it depends on the person. It's a better option if you are farsighted and if you haven't had LASIK.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so the perfect person to have it done as a refractive procedure is wearing +3 glasses, +5 Vernier, wants to get rid of their glasses, hasn't had LASIK or anything. But it is a possibility. Whether or not it's a good idea in your case, it depends on a number of different things that
Okay.
we check out in the office.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect. Well, that
someone in your
kind of gives me.
situation, I often will just have one eye done for near or wear a contact in one eye for near. That's a very common
Oh, yeah.
way to
Okay.
treat what you have.
Okay. And then, well, at the one of the slides here, it talks about the results. So
Mhm.
what is that showing us? 99% to 98%.
Um, so that is a survey of patients who've had the Panoptix lens, and it shows how many would choose it again, and 99% choosing it again really says a lot about the implant.
Yeah.
The previous implants that were like this, bifocal implants, um, a small percent would not adapt well to them or wouldn't like them. And that's been an issue ophthalmologists, cataract surgeons have been dealing with for a while, trying to make sure you choose the patients who are going to like them, because most people do. So when we have an implant that is so, well experienced, I mean, 99% saying they would do it again is really great. So.
Yeah, those are some high results for sure. And then why is this particular, other than what you've already mentioned, why is this lens different than some of the other lenses that are available?
The technology of it is kind of complicated in optics. I don't even fully understand it, but I equate it to a progressive bifocal, that when progressive bifocals first came out, they weren't really all that great, and people didn't like them, and they were too narrow in the reading, and then they worked out how to make the optics work better, and they've done that with this. So it really works like a progressive, even though it's not in an up to down kind of a design. It's a circular design, but when you go from distance to near, there's not a jump. You just naturally are able to do it. So yeah, and I wish I did understand the technology. Every time the rep from the company tries to explain it. But somehow they worked it out so it's streamlined and it works beautifully.
Oh, that's great. How many have you done so far in the office?
Oh gosh, probably a couple hundred, I think. We've had it for about a year and a half. So, and it is more expensive, so not everyone chooses it. Some people, for example, someone has macular degeneration is not a good candidate for it. And a lot of patients are just used to glasses and they want to keep wearing glasses afterwards, so they don't choose it. It's one of those things, it's a great possibility for people that can afford it and really want to be glasses free. Right. I'd say my younger patients, my cataract patients who are on the younger end, which for cataract surgery means in their 60s or late 50s, they are more likely to choose it, I think.
Okay. Well, excellent. Well, it's amazing how many different choices there are these days, and you guys have all the doctors and all the technology, and congratulations on your new move.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a great, it has been just great for the pandemic to have all the space. Our office, our waiting room, people never have to be more than 10 feet from anyone. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's been a great practice. I was the third doctor there, and now there's 16 of us. So it's been, a wonderful career, a wonderful place to call my home for work. And I'm very excited because our three newest doctors are all women, which is great for me because I was only women for so long. So I'm very happy. We have a new glaucoma doctor, a new retina doctor, and a new cornea doctor, and they're all wonderful. So yeah.
Well, wonderful. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Hopefully we'll be in the studio by then.
Okay, I hope so. Yeah, thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye. And we'll be right back after this.
At Harvard Eye, we are so happy to be open again and to see all of you for your medical and surgical eye care. We're taking great care to protect everyone from COVID-19 by seeing fewer patients, spacing out chairs in our lobby, sanitizing our office constantly, and doing much more. The world is changing a lot, but what hasn't changed is we're honored by your trust and confidence, and we're committed to keeping you safe. We can't wait to see you.
Mary and Shirley both need oxygen. Shirley lost her freedom the day she went on oxygen, but Mary has the ultra-compact Inogen 1 G4 oxygen concentrator from Inogen. It's the smallest and lightest model we've ever made, so she'll always have the oxygen she needs anytime, anywhere. The sooner you call, the sooner you can reclaim the freedom and independence you deserve. Call now for your 30-day risk-free trial.
Call 800-590-3688. That's 800-590-3688.
welcome back. Today I am joined by Jennifer Murphy over at the Recreation Center area department. And then we also have Liz Scheid, who is here on behalf of the Equestrian Center. Well, welcome everybody. How are you both doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good, good. All right. So Jennifer, you and I haven't talked in a while, except probably through email. So nice to see your smiling face.
Thank you. Nice to see you too.
And then Liz, nice to meet you. Welcome to the Equestrian Center in our little land of Laguna Woods Village.
Thank you.
Welcome. So Jennifer, would you like to start, or do you want Liz to start, or what would you like to do?
Liz is our interim supervisor. She is running the show over there. So she has a lot to say about the facility and all the happenings and what we can offer there. Okay. So I say we get started with her, and then I can come in later and talk about some of the events and things that I've had my hands in.
Okay, that's great. All right, Liz, go ahead. So obviously we have an equestrian center, and it is right down the way. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so our equestrian center is located at the corner of Moulton and El Toro, right behind the Starbucks. It can be a little hard to find. You can only enter from one side of the road, so you kind of have to look for us, but we're not behind a guarded gate. And we are, when we're up and running, open to the public, so anybody can come and visit us.
Okay. And you guys have not only riding lessons and things where you are open to the public at some point, but you also have boarding and stalls. Tell me about those.
So we are a 40 horse barn, so we can house 40 horses on the property. We, as in Laguna Woods Village, we own 12 horses on the property, and those are horses that we run our lessons off of.
Okay.
They're loved and cared for by the staff every single day, and they're available to the public to come and visit. Okay. All the other horses on the property belong to private boarders, so they are residents of Laguna Woods have the opportunity to keep their horses here at this wonderful facility that we have, and we have so much to offer, and they have this unique opportunity where people in the public, it's not available to them.
So let me ask you, do you have stalls available now?
We do. We have stalls that are available to move into right now.
Okay, so you said it is only for Laguna Woods Village people that have the opportunity, the residents that can use those stalls, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, very good. Also, I saw some pictures come by of a horse named Blaze and a baby. Tell me what happened there.
So Baby and Blaze have been with our program for numerous years, probably over 10 years from the research that I've done. Baby and Blaze are in their mid to late 30s. It is their time to retire. So they are going to go off to a rescue called Sunny Oasis Rescue. It's a 501c3 up in the high desert, and they are going to live out their days together in a very large stall and just retire and have fun. No more work. They're going to live out their days.
Will you replace those two horses with others?
Yes, so they have been placed with this rescue who has graciously opened their doors to them to just be horses. You know, a horse can't expect a better retirement than that.
Well, that's awesome. That's great. So obviously under the restrictions that we have from the governor and the Orange County Health Department, you guys are not open to the public except those that have their boarding there. So what have you been doing to, fill your time?
Oh, my time is full all the time. So we do have our 12 horses on the property that we need to get out and exercise every single day. We used to be running our riding program, and everyone would exercise the horses for us. Mm-hmm. Now me and my instructors and my staff are taking care of everybody, getting everyone exercise so they stay happy and healthy. Horses love to work, and just like us, exercise is extremely important to staying sane. So we're trying to keep everyone happy and sane here.
Now, is it just you, or you have other people helping you?
So I have 2 riding instructors with me and 2 stable hands. I have Tomas and Julio. Tomas has been with the stables for 21 years, and Julio has been with us for 8.
Okay.
They know the ins and outs, and they know how to take care of anybody and everybody around here.
Now, what about instructors? It's been a while since I've been over there. Do you have new people?
I do. So I have Haley Newberry. She just graduated from Laguna Hills High School. She was with our riding program as a volunteer and a rider before she was hired on as an instructor. She has now been with us for a year. She is absolutely wonderful coming out of her shell. And we have a new hire, Haley Yoakam. She graduated from Cal Poly Pomona this last year with a degree in animal science.
Oh.
And she is going to make a great addition with us.
Oh, that's great. And then, Jennifer, tell me a little bit about, obviously things have changed so much over the last 4 or 5 months. Did you guys have some concerns about what was going to happen with the Equestrian Center?
We definitely have concerns about everything, and every day so much is changing. And so we're partly trying to keep up with what's being released, what we can do. We're constantly checking to see if things have changed, but also trying to keep everybody at the center happy and healthy. Liz has had to implement some CDC guidelines to keep everybody safe, staff and boarders. There's also vets and vendors that come on site from time to time to do various services for the horses. Mm-hmm. So we've had to buckle down, make sure that everybody's safe. Liz has different products and items that are available for, staff, vendor, or a boarder, so that everybody is safe while they're there. But right now, with the time that we have, we're really trying to kind of look at our writing program and see what we can develop it into. So Liz has been working we have an ad hoc committee, and she's been meeting with other residents and discussing, what do they want? What would they like to see? And currently there is a new program under development that is going to expand on our writing program. Liz can probably give you a few of the different types of things that they're considering. Me, for example, can tell you, I don't have that much experience with horses. I have probably ridden a horse just as many times as the average person, but I really rely on her for her expertise, and she has some really great ideas that we want to expand upon. The lessons that we currently have, to me, seemed very basic. There wasn't a lot of options or levels or different skill sets. So she's really been working hard with the residents as well to kind of come up with this new plan, this new program that we hope to roll out when we can reopen. And I'm sure she can give us some information about that.
That's a good idea, because everybody has different levels, as you know, and providing a basic introduction one is fine. And we went through the whole process probably about 8 months ago, and then they had it one up from that. But beyond that, it didn't seem like you really could do very much. Now, I don't know if that's a limitation on your facility, because it's not huge, but you do have the large riding ring where you could seem to do like higher skilled classes. Is that correct, Liz?
Yeah. So what we're looking to do, we still want to keep our beginner, intermediate, and advanced classes going for those individuals who really, this is like a bucket list item, just to go out and get on a horse, that they want to improve their skills that way. But people are looking for so many different things when it comes to horses. They're just in different stages. So something else that I want to roll out is a trail riding prep class for people who want to go on trail rides, but maybe don't want to leave the safety of the arena just yet, or they want to hone their own skills first before going out on the trail. When you're on a trail ride, there are a lot of different things that can happen that can concern you and concern your horse, and keeping yourself calm. So being able to implement those types of things in a very controlled environment is one of the programs that we're gonna roll out. We also want to roll out a class that possibly, we have to get clearance first, possibly a bareback riding class. This is a class that is solely going to be at the walk. It really works on your connection with the horse and being able to communicate with them less with your hands and being on their face, and more with your body language and connecting with the horse itself.
What about a therapy program? Because, I know the Shea Riding Center, and that's kind of far for people if they wanted some sort of, therapy. And I know that's geared more towards younger children. So I didn't know if you guys would think about having anything like that for the elderly who might need that kind of connection.
Yeah, so that's another one we're working on, specifically with the ad hoc committee. We have so many people with so many great ideas that we want to create this a class, or just a come and visit, where people who might not be able to physically get on a horse, or it's not something that they can do, but they still have the opportunity to handle the horse, learn about it, bring their young kids because we only take kids in our riding program who are 10 years and older. For those kids that are younger who still want to get involved, this is a great, children are sponges. This is a great time to teach them about how to take care of a horse. This is how we brush them, and this is why we brush them this way, and parts of the horse, and being able to care for them. So that is definitely one of the programs we're looking at bringing in as well.
Okay, great. And then I'm assuming there really isn't anything planned for the rest of the year at the Equestrian Center, correct, Jen?
No, unfortunately, recreations events are all on hold, but the Equestrian Center does host 4 events a year. 2 of the events are for the riders, I would say. It's always open to all residents, but they do a play day when all of the riders and the boarders can kind of come out and have a friendly competition in the large arena. They also have another event that they do in the summer where we have a Norco drill team that's been coming out, I don't know, for probably over 10 years. And they come out and do a performance, and that's always a great show. And then the 2 largest events that have kind of been expanding over the last few years are our Easter event and our Hoedown event. Easter's a great time for residents to bring their grandkids, show them that you can have fun here with grandma and grandpa as well. It's always a free event. The bunny's there's egg hunts, crafts, all kinds of fun stuff. And then more recently, the Hoedown. Unfortunately, we're going to be missing that this year, but it's one of our newest, biggest events. We roll out a giant stage. There is a country western band. We've got food trucks. The picnic tables are all out on the lawn. There's games for family, and then of course dancing and line dancing, and that's also a free event. And it's really showcasing the property, and it's kind of a different environment. A lot of our events are in clubhouses, and when we have it there, it really changes the atmosphere and the environment, and it's a whole different event, and it's really a great one.
Yeah, I remember you guys had that one last year. And hey, I got a band for you, the James Kelly Band.
James Kelly. All right, we'll look
they
into
are good. I've seen them down at the San Juan Hills Club down there, and they're very fun. Good line dance songs.
Nice.
All right. Well, it's good to see you both. Thank you for joining us today. And, we do look forward to most of our activities coming back online. So, and Liz, welcome. It's nice to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Good to see you.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back. Our movie for today is called Selma, and that will be at 3 and 6 p.m., and that's 3 o'clock with subtitles and 6 p.m. without. And our movie is sponsored by City of Hope, Orange County. Let's take a look at our weather one last time. It is looking lovely for today. 78, 63, tomorrow 80, 62, and then by Monday we're going to look at 78, 63. And if you're traveling, you go to Mammoth, or you could go to Palm Springs. All of the temperatures are looking really good. Have a great day in the village. Have the great weekend, the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday at 9. Bye-bye.